So Jesus claims to be God. Now imagine what this is doing to my mind, because I as a Muslim have now come to the conclusion that the New Testament is reliable, and in that New Testament I'm seeing Jesus claim to be God. This makes everything I've ever been taught about Islam false, because we're supposed to revere Jesus. But here's evidence he claimed to be God. How can I do that? And this cognitive dissonance began to drive me nuts. Up until this point, I was just arguing with my friend David. But now I come to the realization that this investigation may very well determine the course of my life.
I prayed and I said, God, can you show me a vision or a dream? That's how our family always prayed for guidance from God. My father always received prophetic dreams when I was a kid. I asked God for a vision or a dream, and through a series of visions and dreams, he pointed out to me that Christianity was true. But that even wasn't enough either. Then I asked God for a little bit more, and he led me to the pages of the Bible. And it was in the scripture. As I started reading the Bible for the first time, and I say the first time because up until this point, I'd read the Bible only to try to argue against it.
Yes.
But for the first time, I'm reading the Bible for guidance.
Yes.
And it was like literally life. It was like the living word. Electric.
Yes.
And it was in the pages of scripture that I ultimately decided to make the step.
Good.
When 9/11 happened, everything changed. Everything changed. Because all of a sudden, we felt really vulnerable too. The world has not been the same since then. I'm not sure if you've noticed this, but everything has changed since then. And not only did it change for Americans at large, but it also changed for Muslims in particular in America. Because we felt the same vulnerability everyone else felt, but at the same time, we had to defend our faith from people who started saying, well, how do you explain what these terrorists have done? How can you say Islam is a religion of peace given what they have just done? And so we had to try to reclaim the rhetoric. And one slogan that I remember here was, when someone asks you, were the hijackers Muslim, your response should be that not only did they hijack planes that day, they also hijacked Islam. Our religion is a religion of peace. And so that's how we were responding to people. And we believed it. These were not lies, because we truly believed what we were saying.